Go live. Hello guys, sorry about that. Sorry about the late start. So instead of doing the whole concert thing, I just waited a little bit longer so you guys can just see the car for yourself. So here it is, and it does look like quite exactly like the prototype we seen a long time ago, like the render wise, like the prototype or the rendering or whatever. So this looks like the touring model. And I was gonna do this live stream, but I decided against it because I'm sure there's a lot of copyrighted music on there, so that wouldn't be good. So I decided to just wait a little bit, let Honda put out all the information, and it looks good. To be honest, like I figured the front would look like this, but if you see the hood, they actually fixed that. I'm not sure if this is going to be the exact one, but this looks good. I like this. I like the where it's not like overlapping over the stupid grill. I like that a lot. And the interior, of course, is going to be looking like the sedan model. Obviously, they all go hand in hand. And of course, you're going to be getting all the standard sensing stuff, collision mitigation braking system, road departure mitigation system, and lane keeping assist. Available features include 180 horsepower, 6-speed manual transmission. I'm assuming for the Sport Touring will have the manual transmission off the gate, which is nice too. And you have 3-mode driving system with sport mode, pedal shifters. Oh, sport mode. Oh, shit. They're adding sport mode onto the Sport Touring. That's cool. I'm assuming it's going to be also in the regular sport. So that's dope for them to do that. So you're going to have the eco mode, sport mode, and then there should be one more mode if it says 3-mode drive system with sport mode. I don't know. So that's straight from Honda. This is exactly what you're going to be getting into once you get inside the vehicle as well. Yeah, I dig the interior. The only thing that I was so concerned about was the exterior of the vehicle, and it looks like they did change it a little bit from the sedan. Obviously, you guys all seen the sedan. It has like this part of the hood right here comes down a little bit too far for my liking, to be honest. I feel like it's too much. It's too much. I don't know what your thoughts are on this, but you know, that's just me. And this looks like the sedan sport. Like I said, it's going to be available in 2 options. Oh, and also Honda is making a 2-liter non-turbo charged Civic hatchback as well too, for those that are interested in the, you know, all motor and not the 1.5-liter turbo. And yeah, I think I was concerned about nothing because it definitely looks completely different than what I initially thought it was going to look like. For me, it looks kind of like it was going to be like a fastback and not really a hatchback to me, but from the photos, definitely looks like a hatchback, but it's more sleeker, I guess. So anyway, let's go take a look at some of the other videos that other people posted about the Civic, because I'm sure they got more hands-on than I do, because I'm just a small YouTuber, so we don't get those, you know, invites and stuff like that. Maybe in the future, but who knows. So let's go right here to YouTube, and yeah, Kelly Blue Book has a video available. Just get my skip that ad. Let's pause that real quick. Let me get my headphones in. Honestly, like, I like doing it this way much better instead of watching Nerd Concert, which I'm just not interested in. And too much copyrighted music, so. Alright, got my nice fancy PlayStation headphones, so let's go ahead and take a look.
Ah, there it is, the 2022 Honda Civic hatchback.
Is it just a Civic sedan with a more functional rear? Kinda yes, kinda no.
We've already reviewed the 11th generation Civic sedan, and most of what we noted there applies here. In fact,
See, look, you could see the difference in the front.
But I will mention that the Civic hatch has the same clean, usable cabin, standard 7 and optional 9-inch infotainment displays, and that charming honeycomb trim that we like in the sedan. But this is where things get interesting. Honda is proud of the hatchback's coupe-like profile. I might personally prefer a more wagon-like rear, but this is
me too.
Plus,
I like the wagon.
Two-door Civic coupe, this is as close as you can get to coupe-ish style in an 11th generation Civic. The hatch itself features a composite construction, making it lightweight, allowing for the use of smaller hinges, thereby facilitating that sleek roofline.
All right, the moment you've been waiting for, let's open her up. So behind the rear seats, you've got 24.5 cubic feet, and you've got this cool cargo cover, kind of like in the previous generation. This opening here is massive. It's super wide. My buddy Jeff Glucker over at Auto Trader could probably squeeze his bike in here with no problem.
I think I can probably squeeze in that trunk myself. I'll fit, no problem.
There's more space, but I don't know the number. But I do know that those 60-40 split seats do come standard. An entire Glucker in the back of a Civic? Well, that's something to see.
It's actually a lot of room.
Honda's a little bit cagey on some of the specs for the hatchback, so let's test rear seat roominess the old-fashioned way by putting me in the back there, the ultimate average.
Yeah, but he's a small person.
Let's see, what do we got?
Let's put me in the back. I'm like
good head
6'1".
Before you ask, let's all say it together. Micah is 5'10", and sometimes speaks about himself in the third person.
I think I'm gonna hit my head on the back. I don't have any of that issue with the 10th gen because it's much higher.
Especially with the blind spot monitoring system found on the EXL and Sports Touring trims, lane changes should be drama-free. What you'll also find on the two highest trims is a 1.5-liter turbocharged engine making the exact same power as the sedan. But unlike the sedan, Honda offers both the 1.5-liter and the naturally aspirated 2-liter base engine with an optional 6-speed manual transmission.
Which is not found in the sedan.
Transmission comes standard with both engines. And
there's no manual transmission in the sedan, it's all in the hatchback.
It's offered with the 2-liter equipped sport trim and the 1.5-liter equipped sport touring trim.
There's a very high likelihood that generation number 12 Civic will not offer a
Oh, okay, so did they get rid of a trim?
Grab this.
I didn't mention this earlier, but
because he said
obvious hatch, the Civic hatchback.
It's what he said.
Will not offer a manual trim.
So it seems like okay, so if he's saying this correctly, the Civic hatchback Sport will not have if you want the Sport model, just the Sport, which is like the base model, it comes with a 2-liter engine. Either you're gonna get the 6-speed or you can get the automatic. But what he's saying is the Sport model Touring, that's gonna have the 1.5-liter turbo, because when I got mine is a 1.5 turbo, and it's a Sport model because they didn't make the 2-liter turbo or non-turbo for that car. They didn't make it, so I guess they're Xing that lower trim. So now you have to get it with the 2-liter instead of getting that 1.5 turbo, which sucks. Kind of sucks.
Very high likelihood that generation number 12 Civic will not offer a manual transmission. So if you think shifting gears is cool, grab this.
That's not what I wanted to do.
Earlier, but in your base engine with an optional 6-speed manual transmission.
Or at least maybe I'm hearing him wrong, but as it was saying it,
and honestly, it's a good CVT. But if you prefer the manual option, it's offered with the 2-liter equipped sport trim and the 1.5-liter equipped sport touring trim.
See, so I was not hearing him wrong. So if you want the 2-liter, that's the Sport. And then if you want the 1.5, you have to get the Sport Touring, which is the highest model one.
There's a very high likelihood that generation number 12 Civic will not offer a manual transmission. So if you think shifting gears is cool, grab this. I didn't mention this earlier, but in addition to the obvious hatch, the Civic hatchback is also visually delineated from the sedan by a 4.9-inch shorter overall length.
It looks pretty sharp, man. It looks good.
The hatchback also includes a special mesh grille and this black rocker treatment to give it a somewhat sportier character versus the sedan. At the moment, I don't have fuel economy and pricing figures to share with you, but I can confirm that the 11th generation Civic is a comfortable, thoughtfully engineered car in sedan form.
Look at all that tech inside. Looks pretty good. Damn good, man.
Your styling of the Civic hatchback, and you've got an intriguing package, which you will be able to buy at some point later in 2021.
Personally, if I were in the market for a Honda Civic, I would get the Sport Touring trim with the manual transmission, at least until the Type R arrives.
Honda could definitely pull off a Type R with the Civic hatchback. A lot of people were kind of like saying they don't like the look of the Civic before it actually came out, when we just saw a snippet of it. But a lot of people were actually disappointed with what they saw. But to me, I think the Sport look, or the Civic hatchback, looks pretty sharp. You know, let me know what you guys think. What you guys think of it. For me, definitely looks good. I cannot wait to see what they do with the Type R version of this vehicle. Are they going to give it more power? Because it seems to me like they barely gave it any power at all. Like, I think mine has like 176 or 175 pounds-feet of torque, or I'm sorry, horsepower, and then like 175 torque or whatever. So it doesn't seem to be tuned up that much, because since they're using the same motor, they just kind of like up it a little bit. But what Honda did do a lot of, they gave it a lot more technology inside the vehicle, so they can ask a little bit of a premium for the vehicles. But so look out for my separate video. I will be doing a video after this live stream and post it up on there, on the YouTube channel as well. But yeah, so far it's good. I like it. What do you guys think? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Do you hate it? Let me see if we can get any more videos, because I'm assuming they all have like different informations, or some people get more information than others.
The Genesis GV70 really
Ads.
And today we're getting our first look at the 2022 Honda Civic.
Oh, so it's
hatchback.
the same
This is
one.
the version of the Civic.
So it's the same one. They all have the same look. Everybody got to well, journalist wise, they all got to look at the same cars side by side. So sedan and the hatchback. Now let's go to Honda's website. Do I have paint here? No, I don't. So then we can look at the cars. The sedan, Explorer. Like, see, that's what I had a problem with right here. It seems to be fixed with the it seems to be fixed with the 2022 Civic hatchback. At least they went with a different route, but it's still similar to what it looks like. Go ahead and close this. Like, see, everything else is pretty much similar. And now when it comes to the interior, everything is pretty much the same. The interior is the same. There's no difference in that. But when it comes to the hatchback, I think the hatchback looks way more sleeker, way more aggressive, even though it has the same front. But the only thing that changes here, and that makes a drastic change, it's so much better looking, in my opinion. I don't know what you guys are, or what your thoughts are, but I think definitely looks good. And the fact that they add the Boost Blue in the mix of this, so that's even better. So anyway, I think I'm going to go ahead and head out. So if you enjoyed the live stream, make sure you guys give me those likes. And I will be making a separate video, like literally right after this one, comparing the two, and, you know, for your enjoyment and your entertainment. So anyway, thank you guys for watching the live stream with me, and I am out of here. Look out for the video. Unless you already saw the live stream, then there's no point of the video, I guess.